sitting in the room, my heart was racing. And I was trying to calm myself with breathing. These are two elements we tried to cover today as well. But before we dive into more details, where are my slides? Your Wi-Fi is watching you. So this is what we're trying to cover today. But before we explore more about this, how many of you have Wi-Fi at home? I believe most of us, or all of us, right? This Wi-Fi could be watching you. And I'll tell you how. So your Wi-Fi, not the cat, the Wi-Fi basically knows a lot of things about you. That includes the way you move, the way you pose, the way you interact in your single room. Even that drop of the glass, everything is known by the Wi-Fi through its invisible waves. And inside, so if you would like to imagine this as a pool that you try to fill with the water. So this room, the whole room is filled with signals everywhere. Here is at your home everywhere. And I went too far. Let me go back. So this Wi-Fi signals is invisible waves. So basically it knows everything, as I said. It knows if you're moving, even in darkness. Even in darkness, if you're sitting in darkness, complete darkness, it knows everything, right? Before we dive more into this, I think you've seen already the glimpse of what is coming next, which is Kahoot. How many of you have used Kahoot before? Right? That's good. For those who haven't used Kahoot before, it's like a fun, interactive live quiz game that we can do. Only have 3 questions we're going to run. So I want you to take your phone out and make sure you have an internet and you have a Wi-Fi. And then let's do this. Scan this QR code. And this game is quite tricky because the way it works is basically the fastest get the highest score. So make sure you click on the right answer as fast as you can. If you can't scan the QR code, go to kahoot.it as the URL there, and then write this number into it, and then you log in. I can see few people are logging in already. So are you guys ready? Can we start? We only have 3 questions, right? And I want you to answer as quick as you can, and let's see who can win this. So let's start with the first question, right? So the first question, this is to assess our understanding about the Wi-Fi first. So Wi-Fi is watching you. The question, 1, 2, 3, and then the first one. Your Wi-Fi signals move through the air roughly as fast as thunder, light from a lamp, jet crossing the sky, or sound from a speaker. Which one is the right answer? I see a lot of people answering. Let's see who is the fastest. This is really interesting. The time is ticking, only 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who is the winner. Right, next. Right, so, who is Awesome Lark? Well done, yeah. You are a genius. So, all right, so the answer is the light speed, is similar to the light speed in space. And then the next question is just a false or true or false. Wi-Fi can be used to detect walking, sitting, standing, and sleep. So is that true or false? What do you think? So we still have good time for the answer. I think some of you already answered. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess the answer is basically yes. Most of you have answered yes. I don't know who said false, but we'll discover this today. Well, next, again, Awesome Mark, you. This guy is genius. So this accumulating, the scoring is accumulative. So let's go to the last one. So you guys have the chance to beat this genius guy. So no camera, no wall. What can wireless signals detect? Sound waves, heartbeat, heart rate, temperature, or DNA? Which one is the right one? You have few seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the right answer basically is the heart rate. I think, yeah, majority has said the sound wave, but the right answer is heart rate. And we're going to talk about that, but let's see who is the winner here. Just wait for it. That's the third. Eager. And the winner is... Who's this person? Anyone in the room with this name? Yeah, but yeah, well done. Well done. So, thank you so much. This was fun. Maybe it supports our understanding about Wi-Fi and capabilities. And from this, what we understand basically, Wi-Fi could be more than just detecting behavior or this, movement in the house. It could be more than that. It can detect the heartbeat, right? And that's kind of scary, right? And then we can, before that, and this is reality, but the good side is that, or maybe the beginning for now, is that all our routers in our house is not equipped to do any of these Wi-Fi sensing, and that's yet because just the last year, I think some of you know this organization, the engineering body who do the standards for the Wi-Fi's, basically. And they write all the standards. They released a new standard called the IEEE 802.11bf. And that's just the last year. It's like a mandate for the industry to go and build home-based routers that could do all of that in the future. And that's expanding and combining this with AI. God knows where we're heading, but that's kind of scary reality we're heading to in the future. Who knows what this device is? Anyone knows? I wish it. No, that's the middle one. The middle device that's under the coin. Exactly. So ESP32. So what is ESP32? So it's a small device, a microcontroller that you can buy with the price of a coffee, right? And even cheaper. And what it does is basically it's equipped with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and give you capabilities of Wi-Fi sensing. And this is reality through what they call Wi-Fi CSI. What is Wi-Fi CSI? Basically, the Wi-Fi CSI is based on acronym of channel state information. Originally, our Wi-Fi, what it does basically, beside the communications, it tells you how strong your Wi-Fi is, the signal that you have on the phone. But what the scientist has discovered is that the patterns of the invisible wave can tell you just more than that. It gives you a clue about what's happening. It's like invisible fingerprint, basically, about everything that's moving inside a specific room. And once we have that CSI, what we do with it, right? So what we do with it, and this is related to my study as well. So once we understand the movement, what's happening in the room for the people, we can take this sensing Wi-Fi raw data and try to understand some patterns, what's happening, if someone's sitting, standing, so we extract all of these patterns and we put them in a AI or a large language model, and then we understand, we learn from this and extract what they call HAR, which is human activity recognition. So we recognize all the activities happening just through the Wi-Fi. And I will show you an example. This example from the University of Technology in Sydney, what they have done, the small device, the microcontroller, they have used that one equipped with a home router, and they managed to not only know the motion or the detection of the subject sitting there, but also the respiration and the heartbeat. And you can see him shortly. He stands up. Once he stands up, the respiration and heartbeat stops being detected, and then you can see him, the motion has been detected. So as soon as he sits down, the respiration and heartbeat could be detected again. And that's only using the ESP32 and a router, right? So any can do that, basically. Imagine if that's landlord or someone else spying on you. But never mind. So, are there any gaps? So yes, a couple of gaps that's related to my study. And one of them is a lab-to-home gap. A lot of these researches, including the examples, has been done in a lab, in a controlled lab. So my study is to think how we can take it to the home, right? And I'm coming to that shortly. And the other thing is the multi-person attribute. So if you have multiple people, the signal get confused, basically. It doesn't know who is who until you do it properly. So these are the two main gaps. So I think this is quite getting too much, so let's slow it down. In fact, let's rewind it a little bit and then rethink the title. So this is what my research is coming. So instead of saying Wi-Fi is watching you, could we say Wi-Fi is watching out for you, right? So, and I'll tell you why shortly. So think of someone that you love, someone that you care about, and someone that's living by alone in a home, and then they mostly fine, but this mostly tend to be slowed down. This mostly becomes worse over time. They start working slower, they start sleeping less, their health is deteriorating over time. And the worst part is nobody is there actually to witness or to know what's happening with them. And there are a lot of technologies. I have Apple Watch. I think a lot of you have Apple Watch, and all of these technologies can help. They have their own downsides, but on top of that, they compare you to average, right? Nobody, I think, is average. I think all of us are unique, right? Someone here in the room doesn't like to walk 10,000 steps a day. Someone doesn't sleep, until late at night. So we are different. So normal to me is abnormal to someone else, right? So thinking this way, that's where my study comes. So my study is trying to answer the question differently. Instead of saying, are you normal? Can we say, are you normal to yourself? Using these technologies, these Wi-Fi's or low-cost devices in our home, especially for these kind of people, so to understand what's happening over time, the decline of the health over time. And once we understand something happening, that could be a check-in for that individual before crisis happen, right? And then that could be one day, the quiet check-in might be exactly what someone needs. That's me, thank you.